When you use XLOOKUP function, most of the time you're looking for a value within one single range. But sometimes you may need to look within multiple ranges which are located in multiple worksheets, because what you're looking for may exist in any one of those worksheets. This is doable. In this video, you will learn exactly how to do that. This is the 16th video in the XLOOKUP Inside Out training series. If you never used XLOOKUP function before, you definitely need to watch at least the first video in order to understand this lesson. You can also download the training Excel file from the link in the description below so you can practice along. Now, let's dive into it. If you are practicing along with a download Excel file, this file we're using is Super Excel 16 XLOOKUP, lookup from multiple worksheets. First, let me give you a little bit of background of what we're trying to do. Imagine you work for a distributor. You buy products from many suppliers, then you resell to your customers, which are retailers. So here they say we have 3 suppliers: supplier A, supplier B, supplier C. They will provide you their product catalog, the item number, descriptions, color, size, UPC code, and unit cost. The cost is actually the price you will pay to buy from them. And the item number are their internal item number, are not your company item numbers. But the UPC code is universal. In the whole world, each one UPC code represents a specific product. And the order of those columns are not the same among the 3 suppliers. So in supplier A, we'll have a UPC code in column F, the cost in column H. In supplier B, we'll have the UPC code in column D, the cost in column H. For supplier C, we'll have the UPC code in column A and the cost in column F. So they're not in the same structure. And what you need to do is you want to create a master pricing list for your company. So those are the item number of your company, which are not the same item number as those from supplier catalog, because those are their internal item number. And those items you carry over here are not the same as the combination of those suppliers' catalog, because you're not buying every product they sell. You only buy the one that you want to carry and sell to your customers. And you also have the UPC code corresponding to your item number. So here we can use the unit cost as one example to demonstrate what we're trying to do. So for the first item, you need to use the UPC code to perform XLOOKUP, to look within the 3 suppliers table, to find the UPC code, and then obtain the corresponding cost. But you may have to do this XLOOKUP 3 times, because this UPC code may be from supplier A, maybe from supplier B, maybe from supplier C. So potentially you could create 3 XLOOKUP functions nested together with 2 if and a function. So as one long formula, it can look within all 3 sheets. That could be one way. Or the second approach, you can combine the 3 catalog together into one single table. Then you can do just one XLOOKUP to look within that one single table. But you have to be careful because you know those column positions are different among the 3 different suppliers. Now let me draw this on the screen to show you what I mean by that. Let me create a new worksheet to demonstrate this. So we have the 3 suppliers giving you the 3 product catalog. And we understand that column positions are not being consistent. Say for the first suppliers, they have that UPC code might be in here. Second supplier might have that UPC code over here. And third supplier may have that UPC code over here. And the unit cost for the first supplier might be over here. And second supplier might be over here. And the third supplier might be over here. So they are in different positions. When you combine the 3 together, you cannot simply copy and paste to combine together. You have to align them properly. Now let me draw another table, which will be the table you're combining all the 3 together. For the UPC code, we need to copy that first suppliers and paste to this new table over here. I want to copy the second supplier UPC code and paste over here right under the first supplier UPC code, and copy the third suppliers and paste that UPC code over here in the new table. So have those three being aligned together in one single column. And then for the unit cost, for supplier A, we copy their unit cost, paste into the new table over here. And for the supplier B, copy their unit cost into the new table over here, right under that first supplier unit cost. And for supplier C, copy their unit cost, paste into the new table over here. So now we'll have the new table having the UPC code being aligned in one single column and the unit cost to be aligned in one single column. Then we can do this XLOOKUP over here, looking for this UPC code from this table, looking the UPC code within this one column of all three supplier UPC codes, and return the corresponding value, which will be in this second column, which is a green column, having all their corresponding unit cost. Now, this is the second approach. You may physically copy, paste to create this new table to do one single XLOOKUP over here. But we don't need to physically create this table with the three suppliers UPC code and unit cost to be combined in such a way, because this can be done by formula functions, and we do not have to display that result or that formula in any sheet. They can just stay in the memory and to be used by the XLOOKUP function inside the formula over here. Now, the function to do this will be the one called VSTACK. The VSTACK function became available in the year 2022. So if you use older version, you may not have that. Now, the VSTACK function may have lots of argument. Here, I'm going to do 3 to demonstrate. You could have up to 255 arguments inside. So each argument is a range. So we have 3 different range we want to stack. So VSTACK function will basically stack those range vertically. That will give the result as this. It will stack that first range over here with second range over here with the third range over here. So the result of those 3 range being stacked by the VSTACK will be this, which will be this table combining all the 3 range stacked together vertically. So that means we do not have to actually physically combine those 3 range here into this new table. We can do that with the VSTACK function, and we do not have to display that result of the VSTACK function anywhere, because this VSTACK function can be used inside the XLOOKUP. Now, let me draw this to show you. When we do the XLOOKUP, we understand it has 3 arguments based on this way we're using. We just need to have 3 arguments. So the first argument will be the UPC code we're looking for, and the second argument will be the UPC code we're looking within, which will combine those 3 suppliers UPC code being stacked together. And the third argument will be the unit cost, which will be combination of the 3 supplier unit cost being combined together. So this can be done by a VSTACK function, and that can be done by another VSTACK function. And we do not have to display those combination result physically in the sheet. They will be stayed in the memory and be used right away by the XLOOKUP function. Now, just to give a sense what the VSTACK function will look like, let me create a very simple example. Let's say over here, I will use the VSTACK function to stack a few cells over here, comma, few cells over here, comma, and a few cells over there. Now, if those are 3 ranges I want to stack vertically, and then colon bracket and enter, you see that's what we're getting. We stack the 3 separate ranges together. Now let me undo with Ctrl Z. So that means here we are going to do one single XLOOKUP. But when we do the XLOOKUp, that second argument will be done by a VSTACK function to stack together the supplier A, all the UPC code, supplier B, all those UPC code, and supplier C, all the UPC code. And then the third argument will be done by another VSTACK function to stack together all the three suppliers, their unit cost. So all the three suppliers, their unit cost. Supplier B, unit cost. Supplier C, unit cost. So that's what I'm going to do now in this practice sheet. So equal sign XL tabbed into the function. The first argument is what you're looking for. We're looking for this UPC code. So I will select that H11, comma. Now the second argument will be in which range you're looking within. We're looking within the combination of the other three suppliers UPC code. And that will be done by using the VSTACK function. Now let me type VS and tap into the function. So we're going to stack together the three suppliers UPC code. I go to supplier A. I will select all the UPC code. Now let me pause here for 1 second. I want to mention this will be a process. This is not one-time thing. The supplier may update your price every quarter, every month, or maybe every few weeks. So you have to do so very often. We don't want to do the formula every single time. We want to make this as a template. So this way the formula will be still working properly in the future. When the supplier updates again, you just dump the data into the three sheets. Your formula over here will give you the right information. So here for this supplier, now they have about 470 records. They may have more or less each time. So I want to use a range that's big enough to cover whatever number of items they will have in the future, maybe in the future 5 years. So let's say we'll assume none of the three suppliers will have more than 1,000 items even in 5 years. So I want to use 1,000 rows rather than using only those specific number of rows. For now, let's say I'm going to do F2 to F4, but I will change 4 to 1,000 when I finish the formula. I need to make this absolute, F4, then comma, that's first range. I go to supplier B, choose the UPC code. Also for now, just choose 3 rows. F4, make that absolute, comma, and go to supplier C, also choose 3 rows for now. F4 makes that absolute, and then colon bracket. So this VSTACK function will give us the combination of all 3 suppliers UPC code being combined vertically. So that's where we're looking within. Now, once we find it, what do we wish to return? We wish to return their corresponding unit cost, and that will be done by another VSTACK function. So let me continue with a comma, then create another VSTACK function, VS, tap into the function, go to supplier A, select the unit cost. For now, only 3 rows from H2 to H4. I will change the 4 to 1,000 when I finish the formula. F4 makes the absolute, comma, then go to supplier B, the unit cost, also 3 rows for now, H2 to H4. F4 makes the absolute, comma, and then supplier C, unit cost, 3 rows for now, F2 to F4. F4 makes the absolute, and then colon bracket. Now this colon bracket is only for the VSTACK function. I need to have one more colon bracket for the XLOOKUP. So allow the colon bracket and enter. Now I have the formula down. Now you see this gives me an 8 because we haven't really set the entire range yet. We're only combining 3 rows from each suppliers. I said we're going to use 1,000 rows because we know none of the suppliers will have more than 1,000 items in the future 5 years for this exercise. So I change 4 to 1,000. I change this 4 to 1,000. I will change this 4 to 1,000. And 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 now enter, I get the result. So this one XLOOKUP is looking within the 3 suppliers UPC code. and return the corresponding unit cost, which is done by the VSTACK function combining all three suppliers' unit cost. Of course, when combined together, you need to make sure the UPC code and unit costs are aligned properly, so it's the right unit cost for the right UPC code. And now I can copy the formula to the rest of those item number. So I can copy this one cell with Ctrl C. I will go to the left with Ctrl arrow left. I will go down with Ctrl arrow down. I will go back to column E with arrow right, arrow right, arrow right. From here, I will select all the way up with Ctrl Shift arrow up, then Ctrl V to paste. And I can move my cursor to the top with Ctrl arrow up. So now we have done all the work, and this one formula will be working properly fine even in the future when you have new updates. You simply dump the data into the three sheets over here. They will be in the same structure from the same suppliers, and your formula over here will be doing the right XLOOKUP to look within all three suppliers. If you have learned something new from this lesson, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can learn more and further sharpening your Excel skills. Thank you.